So this is how I spend my days. Chilling in the hot tub, printing money. While all the brokies are stuck at work. Anyways, it's interesting how everybody's making all this commotion about this solar eclipse, right? And the first thing that comes to mind is there are so many people that are stuck at their jobs wishing that they could take a break just to look up this one day. And in reality, you gotta ask yourself, man, I can't even take 15 fucking minutes off to just take a look at the fucking sky because I have to be stuck here in this shitty job where people that don't give a fuck about me, making minimum wage, doing fucking nothing. What are you gonna do to improve your situation, right? And then when I think about improving your situation, a lot of it has to do with the people that you're surrounding yourself with. What I mean by that is there are so many fucking losers out there that are encouraging a stable job, right? A stable paycheck. Because when they envision stepping out into taking a risk, right, on themselves, well, you know what? Instead of getting paid per hour, I would rather get paid per client. You know, if I'm in a sales job, it's not about how many hours I work. It's about how many sales I can make. Like in real estate, for example. I could make a limited amount of money. I just have to sell more houses, right? I could sell houses from my fucking hot tub by making cold calls at my hot tub if I really wanted to. A lot of the times I just make calls from this beautiful house, right? Sitting at my kitchen, having a good time, smoking a cigar, smoking a shisha, right? And yeah, of course, I'm not going to set unrealistic expectations, right? Like, of course, you have to actually work, get after it, leave the house, lock these deals up, see them in person, make these estimates, and do all these different things. But you could get paid so much more money. Instead of focusing on a salary, you can now start to focus on profit. You can now start to focus on the amount of clients that you can stack in the systems that you can build to be able to provide the best customer service so that your clients can continue to purchase from you and refer more people to you because of what the fuck you do. So let this video inspire you, right? I'm really on here to just say, number one, get out of that fucking stupid job. But before you get out of that job, start to surround yourself with more like-minded individuals, right? And perhaps for you, it may be different-minded individuals since you're stuck in that stupid-ass fucking job, right? So you got to start to get around people like myself, right? People that are willing to take the risks that not a lot of people are able to take, but are willing to make the kind of money that those other fucking people that are too fucking scared to step out of their comfort zone are capable of making. And a lot of people are going to put their projections on you. They're going to try to dim your light. They're going to try to cover your light like the moon is covering the sun right now. And you got to get those people away from you, right? You got to move those people the fuck off and say, nah, I'm going to allow my light to fucking shine. Fuck these motherfuckers. Fuck their expectations. I'm not going to become a prisoner of their projections, of their insecurities, of their shortcomings, of what they think that they can do. I can outperform their fucking dreams and their goals and their tiny ass little realities into the life that I want to fucking live. Right? For me, this is something that a lot of people couldn't even fucking imagine. Wow, imagine me living in this beautiful $1 million house, sitting in my hot tub while this lunar eclipse or solar eclipse is passing by and nobody gives a shit. Right? Well, everybody gives a shit, but I'm just chilling, right? We just happen to be recording a video now. Take this moment to think about all these things, right? Take this moment to think about how much better your life can be a year from now if you just choose to hang around the right people. If you just choose to start planning on escaping that dead-end fucking job and start to actually start a business that can make you money, and you could take that money and start investing it into other things. For me, I invested into real estate because real estate allows my money to grow. I get paid every single fucking month, and as my asset appreciates, I could then take equity from my assets that have appreciated and roll it over into other assets and keep buying more properties. I can buy myself a raise any fucking time that I want. All I have to do is just purchase another fucking property, right? And I buy myself a raise. So all these things, man, I would rather take the risk and take the stress of a business owner than take the risk and take the stress of being stuck your whole life, being undervalued, right? Being underpaid. utilizing all of your fucking time to work to build somebody else's dream, while you can take that time back and put it to building your own fucking dreams, right? Building a reality that the average can't even fucking fathom, right? This is how I look at life. This is how I view life. And you have to start looking at life the same fucking way, unless you want to be a loser for the rest of your fucking life. If your goal is to be a loser for the rest of your life, if your goal is to make 5 figures your whole fucking life, or maybe even less, if your goal is to live with your parents the whole fucking time and complain and bitch and be this liability to yourself, to your family, to the girlfriend that you can't even fucking get because you're such a fucking loser, right? If that's your goal, then that's cool. But that's not my fucking goal. My fucking goal is to be rich. My fucking goal is to make as much money as possible, because now I can be dependent on, right? If my family needs something, if my friend needs something, if my girl needs something, I could be the guy that they could look at and say, yo, Jose, I got this situation, and they could come to me because they know that I can fucking help. Why? Because I choose to be responsible. I don't delegate my responsibilities to somebody else and say, oh, well, you know, I'm stable here, blah, 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 and then some bullshit happens. Well, everybody loses their fucking job, right? Like what happened between 2019 and 2021. We all know what happened. So many people lost their fucking jobs. And this is what I mean. Like, yeah, everything is good when everything is good, but what about when it's not, right? What about when it's not? Are you actually investing in yourself to be able to build the skills that other people will pay for? The skills that can actually solve somebody's problem. I'm getting paid because I can solve somebody's problem. Somebody just inherited the property from their parents and they don't want to keep the maintenance of the property, right? Maybe they have to pay for taxes. Maybe they have to pay for certain things, whether it's medical bills or whatever the fuck, right? Or they just want to take the money, cash out, because they're not interested in real estate. This is the problem that I can solve. I could come in and make them a cash offer. Now, there's so many ways to make an offer. There are so many ways to gain finance and say that you're making a cash offer. There's so many ways to purchase real estate. And besides real estate, the point is that there's so many ways to get your foot in the door. And you won't start to have the ideas and the thought processes of all the ways that you can get in the door unless you start surrounding yourself with people that are not going to dim your light, but instead brighten your fucking light, instead elevate you, instead encourage you, instead help you smoothen out your fucking plan so that once you start to get your foot in the door, you can actually succeed. You can actually avoid all the mistakes that I've made. A guy like me, right? Built a $10 million real estate portfolio. I've made a lot of fucking mistakes coming up. However, I learned a lot of things, right? So I utilize those L's as lessons that I can now apply and continue to build on those things. And now, should you come across a person like myself, I could teach you a thing or two over the things that I fucking learned over the last 5 to 6 years that I've been running this real estate empire, right? And I still consider myself fairly new. However, in the last 5 to 6 years, I've learned so many things that allows me to value my time much more higher than a regular, you could say, fucking guy that's just going to work at a 9 to 5 getting paid a fixed amount, and it's probably not as much money as you want to make. You can't do what you want to do. You can't take your family out where you want to take them. You can't live the life that you want to live. And I would rather place myself in a position where I'm taking the risks and I'm making my life harder, but then I get to do whatever the fuck I want. If that's the price that I gotta pay, so be it. Because I'd rather pay that price, which is a lot less expensive, if you ask me, than the price of being limited to the experiences that I can have. Fuck that, and fuck you. I'm out of here.